Hey guys, so welcome into core activation. This is going to be the first video in our video series of 21 days. This is just a basic introduction, just enough to activate the core muscles, to wake them up, to get you familiar with them, and to send you into the weekend with some good posture. So go ahead and take a seat, Sukhasana, an easy seat. You can move the fleshy parts of your butt out of the way so that your sits bones are rooted into your mat, into your foundation. And we're going to draw the shoulders up toward the ears, taking them back and down. We're going to go ahead and rock back, really stretching through the upper back here, finding what feels good. And on an inhale, we're going to pull forward, pressing through the chest, opening up through the heart, opening the neck. Beautiful. Coming in to this seat. Go ahead and reach the arms up overhead. So we're stretching out through the side body. So getting familiar with the abdominals. You can act like you're kind of cherry picking or reaching for something up top with one arm at a time. And then we want to find some stillness. Go ahead and take your right fingertips to your left obliques. And we're going to gently begin to locate that oblique. And then you're going to reach that hand over. And so you'll feel a definite squeezing. You'll feel the muscle releasing and contracting right here. And that's what we're looking for with those fingertips. So this is slow movement. This is not traditional sit-ups, but it works the muscles just the same. The slower the movement, the more intense it works out the muscle here. So lifting up through the opposite side, we're going to switch hands here. So we're going to bring those left fingertips to right oblique and beginning to create some isolation there. And we want to use the breath. So anytime we're doing ab work, we're always using our breath. So inhales, and as you contract, we're exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Bringing both hands up. Go ahead and interlace the fingers, pressing up, stretching up through the side body. Cactus the arms. And you can take a slight twist to each side, or wringing out the intestines. And we're going to squeeze the hands into the midline and then open them up, really reaching, pressing the chest forward. And again, exhale, squeezing forward, contracting the abdominals. And then inhale, opening up. Bringing the hands back behind you. We want to open up through the heart space, taking a nice deep breath in here and really just kind of finding what feels good for your body. And if it feels good to hang out in this space for a few minutes, guys, go ahead and stay there. You can always pause the video or jump back and come back to this if you find some really yummy spots. And so we're going to go ahead and sit up nice and tall. And a part of having a strong core is being able to sit in a meditative state, or being able to sit in Sukhasana, in easy pose, in meditation pose for extended periods of time without slouching. And that actually requires some defined core strength. So go ahead and sit up nice and tall, allowing the hands to just rest on top of the legs, drawing the belly button in toward the spine. Feel the activation in your abdominals. Feel the muscles as they're tight. And so when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and come to a lying down position on your mat. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor, toes facing forward. And we're going to go into a bridge posture. So lifting the hips up off the ground. And you actually can come up on this one as high as comfortable for you. So if your hamstrings are tight, it might be kind of hard to get a big lift, but this isn't a flexibility contest. So we're just observing where we are today. And you're going to begin to create some little tiny pulses side to side. So rocking those hips from side to side. And we're moving super slow through this, slowing down. Use your breath, breathe as you move to the opposite side. And then we'll begin to create a pulse out of this. So just straight up and down, pulsing. And what you're attempting to do is lift up the pelvis using the lower abdominal muscles. So you're trying to take some of that strength out of the legs, and you're using the really, really low, deep muscles of the core to lift the pelvis up into the air. Maintaining your breath. And if this is easy and you want it to be a little bit more intense, you can come up on your toes and continue your thrust. Perfect. Go ahead and drop the hips down, bringing the knees in toward the chest. Stretch it out. You can rock the hips from side to side if you like. Flex out the feet if you need to. Hope everybody is doing okay. This is easy so far, right? So we're going to slowly peel the legs up into the air. And you can kind of just walk the feet out. We're going to bend from side to side, little flirty legs. So just drawing that your toes down the legs. Beautiful. And keeping the legs straight, ankles together, we're going to slowly begin to lower the legs down. Beautiful. And then we're going to take some slow flutter kicks here, okay? So we're getting nice and sensual. We're breathing into the movement. We're feeling into the movement, right? Feeling into the muscles. And you're just slowly moving the legs. So we're bending one, straightening the other. And we're going to bring the legs together. Bend the knees into the chest. Exhale, pull the knees into the chest. Inhale, release them out. Beautiful. In, out, in, and out. In, out, and hold in stillness. Feet are hovering above the ground. Holding, holding, breathing, breathing. And we're going to switch the legs here and lift, hold, lift, hold, lift, hold, lift, hold, lift, hold, lift, hold. Bringing both feet together. Open the legs wide. Slowly bring the legs closed. And bring the knees into the chest. Good job. If that lit a little fire in your belly, yes, leave a comment below. And so we're going to lift Goddess Rise. You want to lift from the chest as though you're being pulled with a string. And you're going to inhale, lifting the body up, 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 up. And once you've come to the top, beautiful, I will meet you on all fours. You can pad the knees if you'd like. You can get pillows if you need. Anything you need to make this and these transitions more comfortable for you. Grab all the props. That you need. And we're going to cat-cow. Inhale, scooping the tailbone up toward the sky. Exhale, rounding the back, reaching up toward the ceiling. And you can rock in this, finding what feels good in the body. Again, inhale, lifting the tailbone up. Go ahead and shake out the hips here. And so we're going to do some pelvic tilt. So we're tucking the pelvis under. Tuck. Tuck. And if you bring those fingertips to the side obliques, you can feel right where it is squeezing your abdominals, and that is what you're going for. And you want to really create a squeeze in there. So for everybody, that is probably going to feel different. So for your body, you want to make sure that you're really activating a good squeeze. And we're just tucking the pelvis. And then we're going to send that into some circular motions. So circling the spine all the way around. And really allowing that movement to feel really good. As you can tell, sensual movement is all about finding what feels really good. This is less about perfect alignment and more about finding what feels good in your body and countering some of the abdominal work that we're doing. So we're going to begin to pelvic tilt. Squeezing, bringing the opposite hand to the opposite side. So right hand comes to the left obliques now. Again, we're tucking the pelvis, guys, squeezing and squeezing super tight. And we're going to go ahead and circle that around, squeezing as you come around that circle. So releasing the abs as you come down. Go ahead and come to your forearms. Now, what I want you to do if you have a wood floor here is tuck the toes and slide out into plank. If you are not on a slidable surface, what I would like for you to do is just walk the feet, tuck the toes, and then walk your feet out into a plank. And in that plank, we're going to begin to do a little bit of pelvic tilts, tiny side to side, tiny side to sides. Breathing, keeping the belly button drawn in toward the spine. And I really want you to hold this here. So if you feel the fire, if you feel like you want to come down, just hold it a little bit longer because you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Remembering to breathe. Let the music carry you. Have fun with it. Beautiful. Slide it in, knees to the mat. Opening up the hips, child's pose. Beautiful. Beautiful. So we're going to stand up. You can meet me in standing, or you can tuck the toes, press the body up, walking the hands back, coming into a forward fold you'll find yourself in. And then we just want to take some time to root into our foundation, rooting the feet, all four corners of the feet into the mat, and straighten the legs. And then go ahead and bend the legs, grab the arms, and we're just going to sway very gently here from side to side, just wringing out the lower back. You can allow the neck to dangle. And then we're going to sweep that up, keeping the knees bent, chair pose. Begin to rock this out just a little bit. You can bring the fingertips to the abdominals. And again, you can begin to feel right here where it is active, where the abdominals are being activated. And what I want you to do is make scooping motions with your hands. At the same time, we're doing a pelvic tilt. Pelvis tucks under, and we're scooping. Scoop it up. Scoop it up. Scoop it up. Scoop it up. Good. You may be feeling a little bit of a burn even in your legs possibly, and that's okay. Those low transverse abdominals. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. Beautiful. Exhale through the center. Ladies, your core has been activated. We're going to root down through the feet right now, finding some grounding in your foundation, all four corners of the feet. Rock back, rock forward, finding your center. Pulling the belly button in toward the spine and upward. Again, lengthening through the side body. Feel the activation in your abdominals all the way down. Feel that activation. Feel what it feels like to be standing tall, to have the core activated, to have the core lit up. Softening the belly to breathe, but still keeping the muscles active. Rolling the shoulders back and down, creating space between the neck and the ears. This is what it feels like to be in anatomical neutral. This is your perfect position. This is good spinal alignment, and this is good posture, thus creating strong core muscles. Thank you guys for joining me for this core activation. Drop your comments below. Let me know how you enjoyed.